Hey, good day. My name is Justin McKissick Larry. Before I get into telling you exactly what you will be getting as far as the systematic trading system, let's take it back to the basics so we on the same page. Now, I want to let you know the way I explain things, I explain everything in a simple form where anybody can understand it. I speak in layman's terms. And if it doesn't make sense, go ahead and get off the video. If anything I talk about don't make sense as I explain it, I don't know what I'm talking about. But everything I'm going to talk about right now, it should make sense because you can see it on the chart, okay? And everything I talk about, if it don't make sense again, just leave. That mean it's not for you. So I'm going to do my best to explain everything for you, okay? So let's begin. So as you see, we have a chart here in front of you. This is the NAS 100, and this is on a 1 minute time frame, okay? Now, any chart you trade, it doesn't matter if it's metals, forex, crypto, equities, etc. All charts move from left to right, okay? And the price action that you see right here, this white line, moves from left to right, okay? As it moves from left to right, it create candlesticks. Being this is a 1 minute time frame from left to right, it take 1 minute for each one of these candlesticks to form. So as you see the cursor, I'm pointing at every candlestick. It take 1 minute to form, then they make another candlestick, okay? From left to right, so on and so on. From left to right, candlesticks form. And that's what we see going on right now. This candlestick right now is forming. It's about 7 seconds left until it stops forming, and then a new candlestick will form. Boom, 1 second. You see that candlestick? You see how it opened up and started going down? Okay. The price action is going down. Candlesticks develop based on what the price action is doing from left to right, okay? So you see it, right? Now as it go up and down, when it goes up and down, that's what you call trends, okay? So when it goes up for a certain amount of time, that means it's trending up. And when it's going down for a certain amount of time, it means it's trending down. Remember, from left to right, okay? So we see what's going on from left to right. So that means each candlestick is just telling you a story of what the price was doing at that time, all right? So back to this price action, forming these candlesticks from left to right. Now, in order to make money trading, how we trading, this is a CFD way of trading, meaning we basically taking contracts betting. Uh, not we don't own the actual, pair of what we trade in, but we have the opportunity to mirror trade it. Okay, so we taking contracts based on what direction we believe that the trade is going to be going at the particular time. Okay, so if I say like right now I'm in this trade with this line where I took the trade at right here, as you see, I took this as a buy. I said the price is gonna go up, and I was able to control the lot size. So I put a lot of I'm sorry, 0.05, and I said the price is gonna go up. And if I wanted to take a sell where I think the price is gonna go down, I would take it as a sell. So you can make money whether the price goes up or down. Okay. Now, the way I trade to figure out what direction the price is going to go up or down for so long, as far as like time goes, for how long, I don't know. But what I use is something called a moving average, okay? A moving average is these series of lines you see here on the screen. They also move from left to right. So you see a blue moving average right here. You see an orange moving average. And you see like a white moving average with some like a little dots and stuff, but it's still a line. Okay. Moving averages, what they do is follow the direction that the price is going. So remember, the price, as you see again, is forming candlesticks from left to right, right? This was going on with this current candlestick, okay? And currently, the blue moving average is over the orange moving average. That means it's an uptrend currently, right? And it's just following the direction, trailing the direction the price is going. Okay, and remember, candlesticks form because of price action. So this is literally just following the direction the price is going. Or on the visual point of view, you can say it's following the direction the candlesticks are going. Okay. And this blue moving average again is quicker than this white, I mean this orange moving average. That's why we see it respond first. So as I go back from right to left, it eventually crossed over right here, right? Well, what had happened was, you see how the candlesticks were going up now, trending up. The blue moving average follows the direction based on the speed that it's set on. It follows the direction the candlesticks are going, which are following the direction the price action is going, right? So if the average movement was going up, the blue moving average started to go up, but it crossed over the orange moving average first. Okay. And when one candlestick formed while the moving average is across, it would alert will come on letting you know to take it as a buy. There will be a message to come on, there will be a sound that come on, and there will be a marker that will be right here on the actual screen. You will see it soon eventually if another trade come up like that, letting us know. And the blue moving average stay over the orange moving average because it's based on the fact that's how the price is trending. It's trending up. You know what I mean? If the price is trending up, the blue moving average will remain over the orange moving average. If for some reason the price wanted to start trending down, the blue moving average will respond to the candlesticks and the price action and start going down. But first, the price action will go underneath this moving average, and also you'll see the candlestick go underneath the moving average. It's not really our job to sit here and determine what's going to happen. Our job is just to determine what's already happened as far as the alert. When those alerts come on, you take the trades. It's going to tell you when to buy, it's going to tell you when to sell, and it's really that simple. I got in this trade a lot later. I was taking care of some business, but if I would have got in about right here, I would have been in about right here. All that would have been profit. I would have been up probably like $100 if I would have took that trade or something like that. A little bit, not maybe not that much, maybe not that much. But if that's the simple process of how we trade. And we got the white moving average that moves slower than these other moving averages, but it's still responding to what the price is doing. You see how the candlesticks eventually went over the white line and the price was steady going up. The white line is just trailing, following the direction the price is going. Okay. That's all it does. So we simply following the overall direction price is going. Okay. Now, with these candlesticks, I'm sorry, with these moving averages that I'm using, these moving averages were made to follow overall trends as far as like the 1 minute goes, because on 1 minute time frames, there will obviously be more candlesticks because they're 1 minute time frames, and a lot of people are afraid of the 1 minute. But if you trade in the overall direction and stuff like that, it's safe to trade it. That's why I made it like this. Okay. So for every time the blue cross over the orange, you will have an alert alarm will come on letting you know to get in the trade. And every time it cross underneath in one candlestick form, the it will let you know when to get in the trade. Okay. So let's back test just to see if this is something accurate that keeps working. So back testing is when we go from right to left and see how it performed in the past. So in the past, when the blue is over the orange, like as we see right now, price is going up, right? If we keep looking at the past, we see how when the blue was under the orange, right, the whole time, the price was going down, right? Yeah, price was going down. Okay. It was trending down. That's the average movement. It was going down. So we saw the moving averages following the overall direction the trend was going. Okay. And we also see that the candlesticks and the price was underneath the white line. Okay. Look, when the blue was over orange, it was going up. Even though that's a small little trend, it still was doing what it's doing overall as far as the speed of the algorithm goes. Look, blue under orange, price goes down. Look, the whole time, if you would have kept this trade open, when the blue went up over the orange, price went up. Okay. Blue under orange, price goes down. Blue over orange, price go up. Blue under orange, price goes down. So we trading the overall direction that the trend is going. Look, blue under orange, price down. Blue over orange, price up. So again, we just following the direction the trend is going. We're following live raw price action. We're following the direction the price is going. Okay. Now the reason we're using this particular pair NAS 100 because NAS 100 is an indice that moves every day. When I say it moves, it tends to trend and have a lot of momentum and good liquidity daily. So don't usually sit around just like stagnant, you know what I mean, where you're trying to figure out what direction it's gonna go. It's not really building any, you know, it's not sitting there what you call it, kinetic energy and potential energy. It's not it's potential. It's not potential. It's already moving. You know what I mean? When the market move. And that's what's going on. Like right here we see when the market opened at 8:30 my time, that's 16:30. Sometimes I like to get in the trade a little bit early. The market started moving around that time, the New York session. And look what it's been doing the whole time, just been moving. You know, I literally take every trade they tell me to take based on this time frame. You know what I mean? And it gives me winning trades and stuff like that. Or for the whole session. I could do this for the whole session. I could show you what it done yesterday. This is more back testing, where you just look at the past performance and show you what happened. Let me show you how it performed yesterday. Okay, there we go. All right, look at this. Remember I said 16:30 around the time the market opened. We could have said it's about right there, whatever like that. But sometimes I get in early. But right here, look, blue over orange the whole time. You would have kept that trade open that whole time and made your money and gone ahead about your business. You know what I mean? It's really that simple. That's yesterday. You know, the algorithm don't lie. It always repeats itself. Look, this is doing like this is doing like the Tokyo session or Japan session. Look, blue over orange the whole time. This is all yesterday, y'all. Look at all this money, potential money you could have made. All yesterday, y'all. So again, we just trade in the direction, the overall direction the price is going. When we use these type of moving averages, we get more. We basically swing trading on a 1 minute time frame. Okay, so this isn't anything where you have to do any measuring, any guessing, any stressing. You don't have to do a lot of trend line support and resistance. You're not doing a lot of extra work where you're just trying to figure something out. This is literally something that's repeatable, um, something that's consistent. You know, you're trading Nas 100, something very popular. Indices is nothing but the top 100 top tech companies here in America. So, there's a lot of movement because, money is being moved based on those companies. And I mean, it's easy. It's really easy to trade for real, you know. And like I told you, the alarm will come on letting you know when to get in and out these trades. Now, based on everything we talked about, based on everything I talked about, does this not make sense? As you see again, let's look at this moving average. The candlestick, let me make this hollow so you can see between these candles. Let me make this so you can really see what's going on. Okay. So you see how the price is going up now? You notice how this blue moving average, this blue line is responding. Look what it's doing. You see how it's going up? It's responding to the candlestick, and the candlestick is being created because of the raw price action. This is trading. We are trading price action. You know what I mean? But look what the moving average is doing. Its job is to follow the direction that the price is trending overall. And look, we see that the price seems to be going up now, right? Look what the moving average is doing. If we were to focus, you see how this line is just flat right here, this line right here, this flat little gray line behind it. Look how it's steady going up over that line and it's spreading wider away from it. You know what I mean? Now you see how it's coming closer to it because it's reacting to what the price is doing. See how the candlestick is now going down. Look what the moving average is doing, it's going down. So that's the job of the moving average. It's just to follow the direction the price is going. When we trade from a smaller time frame like this, we're able to get in these trends a lot quicker. We're able to get in these trends a lot quicker. And when the moving averages are crossed over, let's say if the blue is under the orange, and when one candlestick form, an alert will come on letting you know when to get in the trade. Then you would take your profit and just get into the other trade. And when the blue is over the orange and one candlestick form, the same thing will happen. It will tell you to take it as a buy, you know? And these type of moving averages really work good because, like I said, it's catching the whole trend and keep you in these trades. You know how you see how it's doing its job, right? Look, I'm keeping the trade open, right? I'm keeping the trade open. Though I got in this trade later than I would have liked to, it's still doing its job as far as like keeping me in the trade. I'm not up here stressing or trying to figure out what direction the price is going. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just record this long enough where I could be able to show you how the alert come on so you can see. Now, basically, this is how I would do it when I'm trading. I will have it on, have it hooked up to like whatever where you can at least hear the alarm, clearly, you know what I'm saying, and just listen for it. You know what I mean? This is literally where you can like trade and chill type of situation. Literally. Now, if you got got it in you to sit there and just watch and wait, you could do that too, because you could make this learn and earn, because you could also still take this algorithm, put this algorithm into something else and literally trade based on just, the one candlestick confirmation while crossed. And it's still an official trend. It's just this is going to give you an alert system. Everything I'm talking about, does it make sense? I mean, you see what's going on. If this candlestick, if this price action began to move from 25,000 to 964 all the way down to here, what would probably happen? The candlestick would probably be, you see candlesticks going this way, right? Also, what would you see was going on with the moving average? Exactly. The moving average would start going down. 9 times out of 10, we probably cross underneath this orange moving average because that's what it does. The average movement based on the speed of my moving averages. All these moving averages are at a certain speed. I created it this way so I could keep these trends open longer. Okay, I did it like that on purpose. Now, also, if you one of those people who just want to, just trade based on like these two moving averages are almost at the same point, but it's obviously they're not because you see the space in between it and stuff there, right? You could also make it where if you want, you can have this blue moving average, which is the quicker moving average, cross over this white moving average, which is the slowest. And if you wanted to trade that pattern, you could do that too. So every time the blue over the white line, it'll have a alarm come off of that. And even right here, every time it's underneath it, it'll alarm for that. So you could trade based on that. You see what I'm saying? And then if you really want to just catch some overall trends, just like this is yesterday. You would have got in this trade about right here, right? Kept the trade open, made your money, would have got you all right there, right? From here to here, you would have made your money, got it from there to there, right? And then yesterday, look, you would have gotten it from here to here to here. So I'm saying I can make alarms all that. So once you get this, you'll have an alarm where you can make it for any one of those how you want to. It's really easy. It's really easy to follow. Like I said, I kept this trade. You see how I got this trade open, right? And I'm not stressing, wondering like what's gonna happen. You don't see me up here trying to determine if I'm gonna stop this trade. You don't see none of that. Most traders are trying to figure out, oh my God, how much longer is gonna, you know what I mean? How long the trade is gonna, go up or down. That's not really for me to determine. My job is just to, have the correct lot size and keep the trade open and open these trades and close these trades. Now, once you purchase this, you will be able to know exactly when to trade, the best times to trade NOS 100. I made it specifically for NOS 100, being again that it trends really well daily. Um, and that's it. This is really simple. You know what I mean? You're getting three moving averages on the screen. You could have an alert go off for when the blue cross over the orange, or you could have it for when the blue cross over the white line. I would do it for the, yellow over the white line too, but it's slower, so why would I do that? Don't make sense. But as you see, moving averages do follow the direction the price is going. And if I'm doing that from the 1 minute time frame, wouldn't that make sense? Because I'm getting in these trends quicker. Okay. I'm getting in these trends very quickly. And as you see, Moving average is steady doing its job, right? The candlestick is going up. Why is it going up? Because the price action is going up. Okay. But my moving average is still following the direction overall where it's going. Okay. I don't know how far this is gonna go up. I don't know. But being that I'm trading from the 1 minute, how could I miss any trend? How could I miss a nice trend like this? If I'm trading from the 1 minute time frame and I got moving averages following the direction the price is going overall with these type of algorithms that I have. And when I say algorithm, this is nothing but an algorithm, y'all. You see how the patterns, how when it go up and down, and stuff like that, these lines, these are algorithms. So with algorithms like this, how could you go wrong for real? And again, I got in this trade late, but it kept the trade open because the moving average was up over the other moving average. Now look what's going on. Price is going down, right? Look what the moving average is doing. It's responding. The moving average is now going down, right? But it still haven't has not crossed that threshold, that orange moving average. It has not done that because the price is not going down like that, I guess. Remember, it's only gonna respond to what is going on. Like I was saying, these moving averages are at certain speeds. I have over almost 8 to 9 years of um algorithmic development as far as like moving averages and stuff. But I was always the type to go back to the drawing board and try to figure something out again. Because the people that know me remember, like, and I have old videos online showing years ago, I used to trade on a 1 hour time frame. So imagine me trying to get in trades and trends by the hour. It will work sometimes, but sometimes I'll lose money because of that. Like if the trend is ultimately a uptrend, right? And if I'm trading by the hour, and let's say it go down, but it's an uptrend, the way those candlesticks work is usually like a stronger candlestick that's going to come back off the retest as far as going back up. So for any money I just made, I lost the money, but then I would have to worry about making the money right back. But then it could consolidate or this and that. But I'm on an hour time frame. This way of trading, if there is a big trend, I'm getting in early. It don't get much quicker than the 1 minute unless you trade with ticks. And that shit don't work for real because the ticks react slow and the moving averages don't show. It just makes shit hard in my opinion. So you know what I mean? Does this make sense? Does this make sense? It has to make sense for for this to work. And again, I recommend Nas 100, and I could show you on multiple things that this actually works. If you really want to know if this work on anything. Now, I remember I said this is for Nas 100 specifically because of the way Nas 100 move daily. You know what I mean? You can take your chances and trade other things if you want, but I made this for Nas 100. Now, I could show you how the moving averages look on other charts if you want, just to let you know. And this is something you should know. Moving averages always adapt to whatever time frame that is trading automatically. Okay, based on whatever the speed of the moving average is for whatever time frame I put it on, it's gonna adjust to that based on what's going on with that time frame. So you see how it looks like this, right? All these parameters are already set, right? You see how it look for this, right? If I make another one, and let's just put it by the 2 minutes. Okay, that's 2 minutes. That's 1 minute. Okay. So we see something that almost look the same, but it's a slight little bit tighter because remember 2 minute time frames, right, are gonna be a little bit slower. So that's why we see everything look like this. It look a little bit tighter, right? But remember, when you trade the higher the time frame, the later you're gonna get in the trend. So even if it was, let's say, about to start going down as a sell, right? I would get in earlier based on the 1 minute. You see what I'm saying? So look, let's go ahead and put this on the 3 minute. This makes sense, right? Look how we look on the 3 minute. You see what I'm saying? The higher the time frame, the tighter everything is, the later you get in the trend. Now, if you were, let's say this trend was starting to go down, right? See what I'm saying? It's later. You would get in later. back to the 1 minute, if this was to start trending down now, you get in a lot earlier. I mean, you catching more pips. See what I'm saying? So let's skip the 4 minute. Let's go to 5 minute. Again, everything we're seeing is the lie. It's the same thing. Like even with the price you see has that price. If I go here, it's the same price, about the same thing. It's just gonna react quicker to the trend. Okay, see what I'm saying? So that's why I trade with on the 1 minute because it gets you in these trends a lot quicker. So remember, I was saying about an hour. So imagine if I was doing that about an hour, and also I was doing another algorithm. But this is also something to consider, y'all. Remember, I told you moving averages adapt to whatever time frame. So imagine you was trading this by the hour and got in from here to here. If I'm up almost $8 just from this line to this line, imagine how much I would have been up from up around here to here. But that's a lot of playing and stuff like that. When you trade with stuff like that, a lot of time you could throw your trades off. That's why I trade from the 1 minute time frame. You know what I mean? It helped me with my stop losses. I lose less money. You know what I mean? I win more money. I make more pips. I lose less money. Less screen time, getting the trends quicker. I maximize my profit. There's a lot of benefits to trading like this. And I'm literally showing you. But remember, I was saying let's look at other things as well, so you don't think I'm bullshitting about this algorithm. But remember, I trade NAS 100 every day just because it moves every day. Same algorithm. Look at it on Bitcoin. Look what it's doing. Blue over orange because it's following the direction the price is going. Price is going up right now as we see, right? The blue moving average is going up as well. It's up over the white lines. You see how everything is going up because the price action is going up. That's for Bitcoin, right? Look at oil. Look at that. Nice clean structure. Blue went over the orange right here. Blue stayed over orange the whole time. Though even when it went underneath, the moving average stayed over each other. Price was going up. If we back test when the blue is under the orange, price was going down. Blue over orange, price is going up. Look how smooth your screen is. This isn't a lot to really follow. See? But also you see why we do it on 1 minute because once we go on smaller time frames, we see what happens. Also to let you know, once you trade with this, you see how I got multiple things at the bottom like this. You can open up different things. Once you have your alert on, it also will let you know. The alert will come on. You all you have to do is leave your screen on, but you can have multiple things like this at the bottom, and your alert system still will work no problem. That's a good thing to know. Let's look at other things. Audi Canadian. See what I'm saying? Now you see all this consolidation right here. Though it's consolidating, it's still reacting. The moving average is still keeping you in these trades. You know what I'm saying? All that consolidation, you still keep you in these trades, minimizing loss and maximizing your wins. Blue is underneath the orange the whole time. Price was going down. Remember, these moving averages are doing nothing but trailing the direction the price is going. See how this blue moving average is over the orange? It's trailing the direction the price is going. Okay? See what's going on right now with the NAS 100. Look at that. Price is going down. The price action. Now look, it's hitting my threshold from where I got in my trade. I'm gonna just keep this trade open until it tell me to stop. Let's see what's going on. Remember, I got in late. Okay, the blue is slightly underneath the orange, but it's not right now, so it's not. I don't know what's gonna. It's hard to see. Okay, the alarm didn't come on. It wasn't underneath it. It was hard, like I was trying to see if it was, but it was not. Even though the alarm didn't come on, you don't take that trade. I mean, the alarm wasn't gonna come on anyway. You never take the trade unless the alarm tell you to. It shouldn't have came on anyway because it wasn't underneath it. It has to be underneath, or it's still an uptrend. I'm telling you. But I'm just doing this to show you the accuracy. How many seconds I'm on right now? I got 20 right here. I got about 20 seconds in a minute. About 20 seconds now, right? Blue is over orange still. Now you see that's why you see now it's over orange. See, this the type of stuff. This is the type of stuff that's good for you to see because it's let you know the moving average is really doing its job based on the movement and stuff like that. You see how it's going up? That means price is going up. Another candlestick just formed, obviously the way it moved. You see the price was going up. Okay. You see how the blue is under the orange now? If you can see, you see the blue is under the orange, right? Even though I got in this trade late, I'm still in profit, right? See how I'm saying? You see how this trade is still open? You see how the moving average is just the moving average crossover just does its job so well. You know what I mean? Because if I would have had this on a smaller parameter as far as like making it faster, I would have got out this trade. It would have told me to get out the trade, probably took it as a sell, then it probably would have came right back up as a buy with a bunch of signals and stuff. But I'm keeping the trade open based on what it tell me. Okay, so this blue is under the orange as of right now. It's gonna, no, it wasn't. The long couldn't have went off at the time. It wasn't underneath at the time again. It looked like it was, but it wasn't. I saw it. That's why I see. But look, you get to see my shit work really well. I was trying to show you something with an alarm go off. Maybe I could show you on something else. But you still get to see it doing its job. That's the best thing about this. Let's go to something very random. Let's go to something very random. Uh, let's go to gold. Gold is popular. But remember, I made this specifically for NAS 100, but I'm just showing you how my algorithm, how it's, the accuracy of it. Look at that. The blue over the orange, price was going up, right? Remember, moving averages, all it do is trail the direction that raw price action is moving at as we speak type shit, okay? So I'm saying it looked like it want to go down, but the moving average is still over the orange. So it's going to keep the trade open based on what's going on really. Ain't that awesome though? Ain't it awesome to have something that's really going to let you know to stay in your trade? Because that's when people lose a lot of money. If they don't use moving averages, they're using the support and resistance stuff trying to say, okay, we go down here and here and here and all these patterns and stuff. But the moving average does its job. We see it doing its job. We can't deny that it's not doing its job. We can't deny it's doing its job. Its job, its job is doing its job. Oh my God. It's doing its job. It's doing its job. You know? And I'm just, showing you other stuff and all that. But I say I recommend trading NAS 100 because it moves really well every day. That's why I made it specifically for NAS 100. Blue still over orange. Alarm is not gonna come on. You know what I mean? Like the trade gonna continuously go up. That's what it looked like. I don't know. But ain't it cool to have something like this that's accurate like this to tell you what's going on? That's a lot of confidence. You know what I'm saying? This will help you trade with a lot of confidence. At the same time, it's teaching you how to trade the algorithm itself. One candlestick has to form while the moving averages are crossed for it to be a new trend. Now, even if it start trending that direction, then start even going back up the opposite direction it just came from, that's just what the market is doing at the time. It's not that the algorithm don't work. It's just what the market is doing at the time. Now we got 10 seconds left. The blue is under orange right now. It may not be under the orange in a second, but then this will give you a chance to see it. You will not hit alert because I have headphones on, but here we go. It's underneath. Watch what happens. You may have heard that. It says sell Nas. Okay. Stop the trade. Stop the trade with a little bit of profit. Didn't even lose no money. I would have been better prepared. Then you take this as a sell in the direction it tell you to take. So we saw the alarm come on based on everything I told you what it would do. I knew the alarm was gonna come on, didn't I? Why did I know? Well, because I developed the algorithm. You know what I mean? I know what makes it work and what makes it not work. One candlestick has to form for the alert to come on. And this trades well every day. So even though I got in the trade late, I didn't lose any money. Now imagine if I would have gotten in the trend a lot earlier and it just now crossed over again. I would have made a nice amount of money. You know what I mean? I would have had a nice profit, you know? But look, now look what the moving average is doing now. The blue moving average is under the orange, right? It looked like it want to go up, but the moving average is doing its job. It's responding to what the price action is doing. That's the beauty of it, that's the beauty of what we're doing. So remember, I made 60 cents right off this trade, whatever, even though I got in late. But imagine if I would have got in at the right time when I was supposed to down here. Or, or remember I had mentioned to you all, you could trade based on this as well. When the blue cross up over the orange, I mean over the pink, the white line, I'm sorry, moving average, you know, still making money doing it. It's just overall trends. Look, so I'm saying they are algorithms. But I like trading like this the way I'm trading like this because I get into these trends a lot quicker. Now, I will let you know if you were to use that blue over white or under white, that you'll be getting these trades later, to be honest with you. The whole point is to enter these trades as quickly as possible and as efficient as possible, consistently. You see what I'm saying? Consistently. Again, you see the moving average is doing its job. The moving average is doing its job. I think this about wraps up the video. Does this make sense? So what you're purchasing the algorithm, which is the three moving averages. You will be able to learn how to open the trades and close your trades. Everything I'm teaching you, you will know how to do. And also you will learn how to put all these moving averages on the screen and put the alerts on as well. So you know how to do all that. And you'll learn how to follow everything from left to right. Remember, everything moves from left to right. I think this was a really good video to explain to you how moving averages work. If you ever want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me via email. My email is trademo314@gmail.com. That is trademo314@gmail.com. TRADEMO314@gmail.com. Subject line, trade with Justin. I needed to say trade with Justin, and I'll respond to you. And it's really that simple, y'all. Y'all don't see a lot of, stress going on. You also see on different pairs how the moving average react. And remember, you know, Nas 100, it just trades really well. I do have a video explaining about the broker, liquid broker, on the next video. You just press the button right there, then you'll be able to see that video, or it may be to the right there underneath the title. And it teach you all about the broker, the history of the broker, the benefits of the broker, and also it teach you how to use this actual software that you see. This is a cloud software. You don't have to do any downloads. On them, it's called, as far as like when I say on them, on their platform, it's called Pro, Liquid Pro. So you want to sign up for Liquid Pro. And when you make the account, make sure you make the account under ECN. It's an ECN account. Okay, 500 leverage. Okay, and I think that's really about it. Does this make sense? I think I gave you enough information where you can see what's going on. And also, I think you see the benefits of using a moving average crossover strategy. You know what I mean? Because it just makes sense, right? That blue moving average is still underneath the orange moving average. That means the price is trending down, even though it's going up right now. It's at a certain point threshold where the price is going down for real. Now it could switch up too though, because it's gonna do what it do. Always remember it's gonna always do what it do. But the alarm system is gonna come on based on the algorithm that I gave you. One candlestick form while crossed over, you will get an alert system to come on. Okay. And if this is just something a software company don't want to deal with, I can make this for you for the MetaTrader 4, where it come with a sound alarm. I could make it for the MetaTrader 5 where it comes with a sound alarm. I can make it for TradingView. Now with TradingView, you are not able to get a sound alarm for some reason. I don't understand why. You know what I mean? But you can't put it on there where them other things as far as software. So, you know, and it's that simple. It's really easy to do. And that's it. I don't have nothing more to say. You know, this is Justin McKissick, Larry, and you have a great day.